Zechariah 1 and 8. I saw by night, and behold, a man riding upon a red horse. And he stood among the myrtle trees that were in the bottom. And behind him were their red horses, speckled and white. He must have been on a mountain with these trees. Then said I, O my power, what are these? And the angel that talked with me said unto me, I will show you what these be. And the man that stood among the myrtle trees answered and said, these are they whom the Most High has sent to walk to and fro through the earth. Now remember what we had spoke on earlier about the angels, about the demons too, in Job. Remember we said that the demons go to and fro? Well, the angels also walk to and fro. So how do you determine who is who? You don't. You keep the commandments. It's not your job. Keep the commandments, Akil. You don't want to see them anyway. Verse 11. And they answered the angel of the Most High that stood among the myrtle trees and said, we have walked to and fro through the earth. And behold, all the earth sitteth still and is at rest. Now this is a different rest. Remember we read that in Isaiah 14, that the Most High is going to establish his rest. Now this is a different rest. Which rest is this? Which rest is this? Let's go to Revelation 7 and 1. This is a different rest. This is man's rest. This is not the Most High's rest. Remember, the Most High's Sabbath day is coming up, which is 14,000th year. Okay, it's coming up soon. We're in the 13,000th year. Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. Remember we talked about the myrtle trees. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. So he said, don't hurt the earth, meaning this earth has been at peace for man's. It's been man's peace to establish evil from the fourth kingdom down. So this is a different peace that we read about in Zechariah chapter 1 verse 11. It's a different rest. It's not the rest of the Most High. You have to understand that. Let's go to Micah 2 and 10. Book of Micah. Micah 2 and 10. Are there any questions so far? Book of Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Why? Because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. If a man walking in the spirit and falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and of strong drink, he shall even be the prophet of this people. So he's saying, whoever prophesies lies will be the prophet of these people in this wicked rest. This is a wicked rest. It's not the rest of the Most High. All right? So all these different philosophies are the wine that's being prophesied now. This is not the understanding of the Most High. This is a different understanding, different wines. Remember, Babylon is bringing that wine. Okay? Let's go to Psalms 120. I'm going to show you who those angels are that are around us every day. Let's pay attention real close. Psalms 120, and let's read verse 5. Psalms 120, verse 5. Woe is me that I sojourn in Mesach. Where's Mesach? That's where Japheth is. That I dwell in the tents of Kedar. See that? My soul that have long dwelt with him that hateth peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. So we are dwelling in a restful place that's that hates the Most High's peace. Okay? So this is not the rest that the Most High entails for us. So the earth is at man's rest, not the Most High's. Just so you can understand. Let's go to Zechariah 1. Let's go back to Zechariah. I want to go through this Zechariah because I know I don't have much time. But I want to touch on who these prophets are, or who these angels are that go to and fro on the earth. Zechariah 1, verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. Okay, they are at ease with their rest. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. That's what we're going through, these afflictions. Everything is at fast speed. The spirit is moving, and the affliction is getting worse and worse. Verse 16. Therefore, thus saith the Most High, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies. My house shall be built in it, saith the Most High of hosts. And a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem. What is that line? That's talking about us coming together. Cry yet, saying, thus saith the Most High of hosts, my cities through prosperity shall yet spread abroad. And the Most High shall yet comfort Zion, and shall yet choose Jerusalem, who is the people first. Then lift I up mine eyes, and saw, and behold, 4 horns. Now, these horns are going into the horns that Daniel spoke of. These are the same beasts, or the same kingdoms that Daniel spoke of in a shorter state. So Zechariah also had the prophecy. It says, and I said unto the angel that talked with me, what be these? And he answered me, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem. What horns scattered us? All those kingdoms. All those kingdoms. Babylon, Persia, and the Medes, the Greeks, and the Romans. And the Most High showed me 4 carpenters. Then said I, what come these to do? And he spoke, saying, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, so that no man did lift up his head. But these are come to fray them, to cast out the horns of the Gentiles, which lift up their horn over the land of Judah to scatter it. See that? Who scattered it in the end? The Romans. It's the 4th beast. So this is a small synopsis. See, the Most High shares the information of prophecy to different prophets at different times. Everybody didn't have everything, but they had bits and pieces. Zechariah had it too. Go to Zechariah 6, and let's read verse 1. Zechariah chapter 6, verse 1. And I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, there came 4 chariots out from between 2 mountains. And the mountains were mountains of brass. All right, so remember we spoke earlier about the chariot in Ezekiel, and it had the look of amber. Well, amber and brass are similar. Same thing. So this prophet, it looks like brass to him. Ezekiel saw it and it looked like amber to him. Verse 2. In the first chariot were red horses, and in the second chariot, black horses. All right, pay attention to this. And in the third chariot, white horses. And in the 4th chariot, grizzled and bay horses. Then I answered and said unto the angel that talked with me, what are these, my power? And the angel answered and said unto me, these are the 4 spirits of the heavens, which go forth from standing before the Most High of all the earth. So the Most High got his angels all over the place. Look at this. The black horses, which are therein, go forth into the north country. Now when we read Ezekiel, let's go there real quick again. Go back to Ezekiel. Ezekiel 1 and 4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself. All right, so which one came out of the north? The black horse, the black chariots, the battalion. It was a battalion, right? It was an army of black chariots. Okay, they are up here in the north. The black horses which are therein go forth into the north country. This is Zechariah 6 and 6. And the white go forth after them. Now, when you read Matthew 24, that's what you're reading about. When it talks about the earthquakes and so forth, all the things, those are the black and white horses going into that land. All right? That's why one destruction after another destruction, each one has their own part. And the gristle go forth, the gristle are gray, go forth toward the south country. Now, out of the gristle came the bay horses. Okay? So they're protected by, their helpers are the bay horses, their helpers are the gristle horses, the gristle chariots. Okay? And the bay went forth and sought to go, that they might walk to and fro through the earth. All right, now understand that these have a totally different service. They have a totally different service. These are up and close and personal with us. The bay horses. The bay horses are like blue horses, right? When it says bay. So these are the angels that we see. Hebrews 13:2, it says, be careful, for you may entertain angels unaware. That's these horses. That's the bay horses. And he said, get ye hence, walk to and fro through the earth. So they walked to and fro through the earth. That's what they did. Those are the angels that you see all through the scriptures. It's the bay horses. That's who they are. The bay horses are the reporters. They are the reporters of everybody. That's why I say, get thee hence. You got a job. Your job is to walk to and fro through the earth. You are to follow after all the people on earth. All those of the captivity. Right? All those who are of the captivity. Those are the ones who are with us. Let's go to Matthew. Go to the book of Matthew 18. You brothers ever seen orbs before? Like blue orbs or little orbs? Those orbs sometimes attach to people. You take pictures of some people and you see that orb right next to the person. Right? Sometimes you can catch them on a photograph, believe it or not. Or a video. Orbs. Google orbs. And minus all the garbage that you read about it being aliens and all that stuff, no, they're angels too. All right? They're the bodies of angels. Okay? Matthew 18. Matthew 18:10. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. That's what these things do. The bay horses. The bay horses follow Israelites. Those are the little ones. Israel is the children. They call us what? The children of Israel, right? Those are the little ones. So how does he know that the children of Israel are lost? How does he know? Because just because you're scattered doesn't mean you're lost, right? We're scattered, but we're lost too. You could be scattered and know who you are. But the majority of us are scattered and lost. So in order for that to happen, we fall into the category of what? Hosea 4:6. My people are lost for lack of knowledge. We don't know who we are anymore. So how does Yahushua know that we're lost? We read verse 11. Matthew 18:11. For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost. How did he find out that we was lost? Yeah, he knew his Father cast us and scattered us, but before we were scattered, we knew who we were. As we went into different captivities, we lost our doggone minds. And who were the reporters? The reporters were the bay horses who reported that we was lost. Someone reported that we was lost. It was the bay horses. Told the Most High we were lost. We don't know who we are. We're doing stupid stuff. That's why he winked at a lot of our evilness. You know? It's a problem. Go to Genesis 28. Let's go there real quick. The book of Genesis, chapter 28. Genesis 28, verse 12. This is Jacob, our forefather. And it says, I'll start at 11. Genesis 28, verse 11. And he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night because the sun was set. And he took of the stones of that place and put them for his pillows, and lay down in that place to sleep. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of the Most High ascending and descending on it. And behold, the Most High stood above it and said, I am the power of the Most High of Abraham, thy father, and the power of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. So he saw what? He saw the bay horses. He saw them going to and fro in the earth. Right? Ascending and descending. Those are the ones who are ascending and descending. It's the angels. To and fro in the earth. Read verse 16. Let's drop down. And Jacob awaked out of his sleep, and he said, surely the Most High is in this place, and I knew it not. Just like this place, the Most High is here too. Is he not here? Yeah, the Most High is here. He said he sends his angels into the north country. Now the black ones are the ones hovering above that brings forth destruction, brings forth the storms that we read earlier, brings forth the fire, the whirlwinds. The white horses follow it, and they bring forth similar methods. Okay? Verse 17. And he was afraid and said, how dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of the Most High, and this is the gate of heaven. Okay? So Jacob was afraid of this place, but he knew it was the Most High's house. Right? It was a window.
We've seen them in Mississippi like this, but never like
Well, if you surf around online today, and it probably will not be long before you come across footage of a UFO in the skies over Jerusalem. Now it is sparking intense debate on the internet. Trace Gallagher following this live from our West Coast News. So the question is, what was that UFO? What was it doing over Jerusalem? And, you know, is he back?
Yeah, and that is the question, by the way, Megan, because, you know, critics, it's difficult for them to dismiss this because there are so many different angles. We've got 4 different videos, all from various perspectives, showing this light above the Dome on the Rock. In Jerusalem, the Temple Mount, of course, we know, which is a holy site for both Jews and Muslims. You see the shining ball of light, right? It's above there. It's kind of, well, they just froze it and I really can't see it now. But there it is right there. It's at the top of the screen. Yeah. It's up there and it hovers, kind of a pulsating orb. And then hold on here because this thing starts going down right toward, you see it there, going down toward the Dome of the Rock and the Temple Mount. And then it stops. And it hovers there for a while and kind of sits there, and then all of a sudden it shoots straight back up into the air. Whoa. Now, experts say this would be kind of an indication this is an unmanned. There it is. You saw it right there. It shot straight back up in the air. Yeah. It's kind of hard to see, but it shot up in the air, and the experts think that, you know, it's an unmanned vehicle, they believe. It could be a drone, but they do not know of anything like this in the Israeli army. So they say this is either incredible video or some very well orchestrated hoax. Some have said maybe this is a movie that's putting out this I don't know. What do you put out for your movie? A trailer or some kind of a hoax to try and promote a movie that's yet to be named? We don't know. Could be Jacob's Ladder. Remember Jacob's Ladder?
No, I don't watch scary films. They freak me out.
Well, no, the biblical thing, where Jacob's Ladder, you know, was the Jews and the Christians believe Jacob's Ladder, who he saw it in a dream, leads from the Temple Mount.
I thought that was a thriller that went very scary.
That's what one of the producers said. Yeah. I saw that movie. No, I'm talking about the biblical reference.
All right, because listen, I don't like to be scared. I just can't take it. It's, you know, I don't know what it is, but I don't like anything with torture, and I don't like to be scared. So that video, that doesn't make me feel either of those things, so we're okay. TG, thank you.
Back to Zechariah 6. Zechariah chapter 6, verse 7 again. And the bay went forth and sought to go, that they might walk to and fro, that they might walk to and fro through the earth. And he said, get ye hence, walk to and fro through the earth. So they walked to and fro through the earth. That was their job. Then cried he upon me and spoke unto me, saying, behold, these that go toward the north country have quieted my spirit in the north country. And the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, so he's talking about Babylon. He's talking about where these angels are. They're watching these northern countries. So sometimes the Most High will send mightier angels, like Gabriella or Michaela. You know, he might send those as messengers, like he did to Mary, like he did to Daniel. You know, he sent mightier angels, right? Archangels. But remember Matthew 18 and 10. He utilizes the orbs. Let's go to, or the angels. Let's go to Tobit. Let's go to the book of Tobit. Book of Tobit, and let's go to let's go to chapter 12. Tobit 12 and 12. Tobit 12 and 12. Now therefore, when thou didst pray, and Sarah thy daughter-in-law, I did bring the remembrance of your prayers before the Holy One. So you got to understand, I'll paint a picture real quick. Tobit was from the tribe of Naphtali, and being from that tribe, they was in the city of Nineveh after that 100-year period that Jonah had prophesied. And they started killing the Israelites who were there. And Tobit was burying his brothers, but the king made a decree not to bury any of the Israelites, to just let them be like James Brown and just die out on the top of the ground and just decay, you know, to be a sign to all the Israelites and all the people. But Tobit saw a service to bury his brethren, which was a good service. So along the way, he found this man that helped him. The man had no tribe. He didn't know where he came from, but he helped Tobit. So Tobit finds out that this man is actually an angel. All right? Let's read it again. Verse 11, verse 12. Now therefore, when thou didst pray, and Sarah thy daughter-in-law, I did bring the remembrance of your prayers before the Holy One. And like we read about the ones that go to and fro in the earth. And when thou didst bury the dead, I was with thee likewise. See, when he was burying the dead, sometimes this Holy One, this angel, was right there, but he didn't even know he was there. He's invisible. He took the shape of the invisible. Verse 13, and when thou didst not delay to rise up and leave thy dinner, to go and cover the dead, thy good deed was not hid from me, but I was with you. He saw everything he did. That's why I said, be careful of who you entertain, man. Angel be your best friend for a second. You think it's a regular human being. Be an angel. Verse 14, and now the Most High hath sent me to heal thee and Sarai thy daughter-in-law. I am Raphael, one of the 7 holy angels, which present the prayers of the saints, and which go in and out before the glory of the Holy One. See that? So this was one of the top angels that came down to hang out with Tobit. Tobit didn't even know he was doing a fine service in the eyes of the Most High. See that? Just like Job. He was a righteous man, but he didn't even know he was a righteous man. Then they were both troubled and fell upon their faces, for they feared. They were afraid they were in the sight of the Most High. But he said unto them, fear not, for it shall go well with you. Praise the Most High, therefore, for not of any favor of mine, but by the will of our power I came. Wherefore praise him forever. Don't praise these angels. They're just doing their job. He said, praise the Most High. All these days I did appear unto you, but I did neither eat nor drink, but ye did see a vision. He showed himself to Tobit. I mean, he didn't show himself to Tobit in the beginning. He was invisible. But then he turned around and showed himself to Tobit. Now therefore give the Most High thanks, for I go up to him that sent me. But write all things which are done in the book. And when they arose, they saw him no more. Then they confessed the great and wonderful works of the Most High, and how the angel of the Most High had appeared unto them. See that? So these angels, man, they'll appear right before your face. That's why I said we have to be extremely careful on how we present the gospel, how we deal with people on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, how we treat one another. We have to be very extremely careful. We have to hold on to integrity.
Has left the conference.
We have to treat our loved ones as we want to be treated. Okay? I'm telling you this because I'm trying to help us all get to the kingdom, man. That's why I'm saying this stuff. Other brothers may not talk about it, but I'm talking about it because I'm trying to help us all get there. Let's go to 2 Kings. 2 Kings chapter 6. 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 15. And when the servant of the man of the Most High was risen early and gone forth, behold, a host compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do? And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha, which was the prophet, Elisha prayed and said to the Most High, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Most High opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw. And behold, the mountains was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. So they were getting ready to go to war, and the Most High appeared on the scene. Elisha prayed and showed this young man that there was angels all around. See that? Look at verse 18. And when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto the Most High and said, Smite this people, I pray thee, with blindness. And he smite them with blindness according to the word of Elisha. So this prophet was bad, man. The Most High allowed him to command his armies. That's how bad Elisha was. He was commanding armies of the Most High in the flesh. By what? Being faithful. Being faithful. Let's go to the 19th chapter. Look at another scenario. Check this out. So this young man, like I said, couldn't see these angels until Elisha prayed. They're right amongst us. These orbs or these bay horses, these red horses, black horses, white horses, these bristled horses are right amongst us. 2 Kings chapter 19, verse 35. And it came to pass that night that the angel of the Most High went out and smite in the camp of the Assyrians 180,500. And when they arose early in the morning, behold, they were all dead corpses. Most High killed all these men. So Sennacherib, king of Assyria, departed and went and returned and dwelt at Nineveh. See, that place was wicked. Most High was taking them out for Israel. And at this point, if you understand history, the northern kingdom had already been taken into captivity by the Assyrians. The only ones left were the kingdom of Judah. And the Most High had to fulfill prophecy by allowing Hamashiach to come on the earth through that kingdom. That's why nothing happened to Judah, the kingdom of Judah. It had to stay present until the Roman times for his son to come back into the earth to bring forth all the miracles and understanding of the commandments and the laws. But he's showing you how the angels defended the land of Israel for the people's sake. Not just for the land, but for the people's sake. And for our sake. So he allows what he will. Let's go to Psalms 139. Psalms 139. This book is a heavy book, man. Heavy book. Heavy understanding in this book. No other book has this type of understanding. Psalms 139, verse 7. Psalms 139, verse 7. Whither shall I go from thy spirit? You can't run from the spirit of the Most High. Can't. Or whither shall I fly from thy presence? You can't even jump on a 747 and fly out of town to get away from the Most High Spirit. You can't get away from it. If I ascend up into heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there, no matter where you go. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me.
Reportedly observe a shiny, disc-shaped object rise from the water and pass over them.
again headed toward the NATO fleet and the FDR. The fast-moving metallic UFO heads east and disappears into the cloud layer. September 21st, 1952. Less than 24 hours later, 6 British pilots above the North Sea spot a shiny spherical object rising from the water and stealthily approach the fleet's location. They reportedly give chase, but the swift-moving object evades their pursuit. FDR veteran Jordan says that he spoke to a witness over 40 years ago.
They had a sonar contact from 3 or 4 destroyers, and they couldn't figure out what the hell it was because it was moving with them, and the damn thing was like a quarter mile wide, and it came up out of the water, and when it dinged one of the ships, and that was later reported as a collision between 2 destroyers. And he says that's not what happened, because he went up and he said this damn thing came up out of the water and flew up.
According to reports, all of these sightings share a similar eerie trait. The witnesses uniformly feel that these USO objects, whatever they might be, are actually observing the naval exercises at close range.
These were crew members on the USS FDR. So this is one of those very famous multiple sightings where everybody saw these objects.
One journalist aboard the USS FDR during the operations had perhaps the very best view of this reported swarm of USO activity through his camera lens. September 20th, 1952, 11 a.m. Several crewmen witnessed yet another fast maneuvering spherical USO rise from the water to the sky just behind the fleet. Journalist Wallace Littman, on board the FDR documenting the operation, points his 35mm Canon camera at the horizon and quickly snaps 2 images of a fast-moving disk that seemingly defies all laws of gravity. The images were believed to have been studied by the Navy, but no official report was ever filed. Some believe that General Dwight Eisenhower may have even witnessed similar objects as a guest aboard the FDR.
Thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. All his angels all over the place. You ain't running from the Most High. There's angels everywhere, man. You may not see people, but there's angels there. You ever hear all these miracles? Like, I remember there was a brother that went with these Edomites up to Alaska or Canada somewhere. They was hiking. Big grizzly bear came out. Slaughtered the Edomite little boys. The only boy that lived was the Jake. And the bear tried to attack him, but the Jake fell on his back and started kicking him in the face. But the Most High put an angel on that boy to move that bear out of the way. Okay? Things like that happen, and people forget about them the next day. But the Most High sends his angels on earth to show us things like that. Stuff like that happens all the time. The Most High's here. You hear babies falling out of windows, the Most High's there. We're not here on our own accord just walking around. The Most High's somewhere. You're never by yourself. As an Israelite, if you could believe that, you won't have any problems in this truth ever. Knowing that there's always an angel with you to protect you. You'll never be afraid. You'll never be afraid of the dark if you know that there's an angel with you always. Verse 10. Let's go to let's go to verse 15. Verse 17, I'm sorry. How precious also are thy thoughts unto me, O power. How great is the sum of them. If I should count them, they are more in number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with you. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O power. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men, for they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. So King David goes into how much he hates the wicked, but the whole point is to show you how the Most High is with him. Let's go to Job 37. We're going to end with this chapter for the sake of time and for brothers to rest on the Shabbat. The book of Job, and chapter 37 and verse 5. Let's drop down to 5. The Most High thundereth marvelously with his voice. Great things doth he which we cannot comprehend. See that? We can't understand the things that the Most High does. Drop down to 12. And it is turned round about by his counsels, that they may do whatsoever he commandeth them upon the face of the world in the earth. Whatever, remember the Most High set of counsel up in the heavens with the angels. They have counsel. Remember how he counseled Satan? Remember how he counseled the angels in, was that 1 Kings chapter 21 or 19, was it? We talked to the evil side on the left-hand side and to the right-hand side as well. The Most High has counsel. He has counsel about your life. Remember, he judgeth the righteous every day and he hateth the wicked every day. Was that Psalm 70:11? So he's judging you by his counsel. You keeping his commandments, he's judging you based on your counsel, his counsel regarding your life, how you live it. Don't take this thing lightly. Verse 16. Let's read 12. Let's read on down to 13. Verse 13. He causes it to come, whether for correction or for his land, or for mercy. Hearken unto this, O Jacob, or Job. Stand still and consider the wondrous works of the Most High. Understand when I said Jacob, Job is taking a blunt for all of Jacob. When you read the history of Job in this is all the things that came upon Jacob in the last days. Job is a representation of Israel or Jacob's trouble. That's what he is in the future. Verse 15. Dost thou not know, or dost thou know when the Most High disposed him and caused the light of his cloud to shine? Dost thou know the balancing of the clouds and wondrous works of him which is perfect in knowledge? So the Most High is showing you all these things the Most High create. We're going to read 23 and 24. We'll end with this. Touching the Almighty, we cannot find him out. He is excellent in power and in judgment and in plenty of justice. He will not afflict. Men do therefore fear him. He respecteth not any that are wise of heart. So there's dozens of stories about angels visiting people all throughout the Bible. And those are the messengers. Those are the reporters that go to and fro within the earth. And you can read about them anytime, as it's in the scriptures. But as far as knowing how they operate, these angels are more, they outnumber us as people. They're all over the place. So walk diligently, knowing that you're being watched. All right, that's why they call them the Watchers.
See wherever you have gone, and have destroyed all the enemies in your path. I will make you a great name among the great ones of the earth. I will assign a place for my people in Israel. There I will